Torbjorn! Torbjorn is a medium-range, very flexible duelist. Get it? Rivals. Very flexible duelist that plays heavily around his CD. So what I mean by that is Torb with Overload is freaking insanely strong 1v1. And turret too, right? But mostly Overload. Without Overload, Torbjorn is, I would say, below average duelist. He's not terrible, but he's not going to be near as confident. So what that means is that you need to take an angle like medium to shortest range, whatever. Use your Overload either for early fight pressure if you're not being contested, or if you are being contested to win the 1v1. And then the turret is either, there's three ways to use turret, okay? Pre-fight setup on a different angle. Mid-fight setup on a different angle. It's not going to be near as good of an angle because you don't have the time to set it up. Or meat shield. You don't have any time at all. You throw it out. They either shoot you or they shoot the turret. Any attention they give the turret, even if it's literally 1 second, is opportunity for you to be able to win the fight. And so the key thing with Torb is everything revolves around playing your mid-range angle, quickly reading, can I get a good turret angle now, or should I just meat shield it, whatever, and then deciding how aggressively you control the angle depending on the status of your Overload. So right now, we can go with our team and rotate left if we want, or we can hold main. I would prefer holding right because this is a guaranteed angle with where my team is going. If you rotate out here and you see all of your team going left, you need to take an angle on right. Now, if you run into 1 or 2 members of the enemy team, you need to play this cautiously, but you absolutely cannot position yourself here. Even if you were a sniper, this still might not be the optimal play. You might want to rotate all the way out around left because this is not an angle. So you're starting with your team here, so we're not off to an amazing start. Hello, Trigonus. Maybe I need Surfshark, right? So there's just we need an angle here, right? So you see, we're going for this like longer rotation, and I don't hate the turret. So the big thing with turret is if it's not a meat shield, throwing it where it can. Okay, let me say something really important. Read my lips. It is better if you can choose to get mid or late fight turret value that's actually high value than it is to throw your turret out as fast as you possibly can. Yes, Sarah, that's the reference. Then it is to throw your turret out as fast as you can where it gets broken immediately. If you throw your turret out right here where you don't need a meat shield, yes, it's going to provide immediate value for 0.63 seconds. If you throw it here, it's not going to get value for some time. But when it does, it's going to be incredibly obnoxious for this Junker Queen to stop what she's doing and shoot the turret. And right there, your turret has already done more damage than it would have done if it had been thrown here, despite it feeling so far out of the way. Captain, thank you for the sub. So meat shield turret is better than nothing, but if you have the time to set it up like the Dragonor does heavier, it's okay. My problem is if we wanted to take this angle Dragonor, we should have rotated immediately from spawn. We should not have wasted time. To be honest with you, I don't hate it for Torb. He's got the range to where it can work, but with where we rolled out, we absolutely should have gone here. We should have thrown turret behind here so that if they push us, they die, and then held the angle here and or overloaded depending on how we play it from here. If we get pushed, we overload. If we don't get pushed, we overload. Because overload either could keep you alive or it'll put out more offensive pressure. Your choice. I also don't like that we're stopping our rotation, trying to hit shots in a Junker Queen that's a million miles away when we might as well just take 1 extra second to actually go for backline. But yeah, to be honest, the TLDR is that we need more shots to hit here. And we also just took freaking 6 years to rotate. That's it. I like we're kind of aiming our shots here. It's too late. Yeah, GG's. You got freaking knifed. Okay. Exclamation mark coaching. This is just a sponsored coaching session. Okay. Hello, Anna. How are you? I hate the name Kiriko Sniffer so much. It's just the absolute worst. Okay. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? We could open up our angle on left. We could brute force it through right. I don't hate this, but I don't love it because we don't have any scouting. So we don't know where people are. With the power of hindsight, we know that they're so far back that this turret is not going to get any value whatsoever, in which case just hold the turret until you get scouting and then go, oh gosh, they're there. I'm going to throw it here just in case they push me. You kind of get what I'm saying? But you notice that it shifts to a more offensive position. Sponsored coaching means that I want to open up more sessions for people that are unable to or not, don't feel it's responsible to afford it right now. And so, yeah. And so we simultaneously check that box while also providing more free coaching for people, for more heroes that are needed. Okay. So TLDR, we're too slow to take angles. We're just too freaking slow. The turret positions have had some nitpicks with, but I'm mostly okay. Same thing with the overload. We're just too slow to take angles. I need to update my headline. I'm sorry. Give me a second here. Masters Torbjorn review with an exclamation mark because it's exciting. I'm okay. I hope you're doing well. I am. Thank you. Yes. Okay. Okay. Bat. Whoopsh. Bat. I need scouting first, then turret. If you walk up here and go, oh my gosh, they're holding close and you need to disengage and drop turret here or here, that's fine. Scout first, then turret. This cooldown is too long. I know you're like, oh, but it's fine. It's like, it's fine. But the problem is if you just throw it without scouting, what if it gets chipped? Then you got a freaking 12-second or whatever freaking cooldown to deal with, right? Scout first. Scout. Scout first. Crosshair placement's a little low here. You see it? Body shot bandit. Your projectiles are crazy slow, so you must keep it at head height. You must keep it at head height. Where should turret go, chat? We have time. The question is, do we know where the fight's going to happen? And we have time. Do we have time? The answer is we probably know where the fight's going to go, and we do have time. So probably somewhere here. Yeah, probably somewhere here. Probably you could throw it here as well for the push that's going to happen. You could also deepen your angle and throw it behind a wall here. Crucially, do you notice that how we can decide how we want to turret based off of what angle we want to control? Do we want to go super sauce mode? Then we probably turret like over here. You get what I'm saying? He tried to throw it, but it was on cooldown because of the chip. I mean, yeah. Yeah. You can kind of see what I'm saying, though, right? Overall, this is pretty good. I will say one thing. When you're overloading, don't... okay. When you're overloading, you need to slow down your fire rate a little bit. Be a little bit more deliberate with your aim, because if you maximize your fire rate when you're shooting at people that are actually strafing you, you're just going to whiff all your coaches. Or whiff all your shots. What the frick? Whiff all your shots. So we're bum, 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 and missing everything. We're also not quite aiming at head height. This is more of a meat shield turret, which is fine. It was definitely appropriate, but it was just too late at that point. Because if you blow... The thing is if you blow overload to just pump damage out, but you don't do any damage, now you can be pushed. You see this? So if we had overload now, we might be able to... I don't know if we'd live this, but there would at least be some more of a threat here. So using your overload early to spam down a choke is a risk. It's not a bad risk. It's good. But you have to freaking do damage. You see what I'm saying? So you got a choice. Either deliberately use your overload and actually hit a freaking shot, or use it as insurance. It's the same reason why if you're going to throw your nade or sleep dart as Ana, you have to freaking hit it if you're playing versus dive. Otherwise, you're going to get run over. Yeah. Okay. So scout comp, decide on turret angle. Number one, don't just throw it. Number two, pop overload, sure, but this is the second overload that we've seen where you've just vomited damage and missed most of your shots. Take your angle, take your angle, take your angle. Where are you going to go? We're going to go. We know where they are. So for this one, there's no real point throwing your turret anywhere because you're not likely to fight outside a point. So you might use a meat shield turret here. I would take left. Nice shot. Keeping it at head height. I don't hate this, but this is... Remember, you have so much power. So much power, right? So I absolutely think it's worth considering opening up your angle here with your overload and turret. Throw your turret as insurance if they do push you, or you could even throw it there, and then peek with overload here. Remember, you can hold the angle if you have your overload. Spylo calling out the Freya wall hacks per Q, so nobody, so we used the last several times. Exactly. Cheers, son. I think that I wouldn't be surprised if that perk gets nerfed. I think it's one of the strongest minor perks in the game. I do like that we're using her ult though, so just as some space control is fine. Meat shield turret, just more of a mid fight, just throw it out there. And look what it did. Look what it did. Look what it did. It wasn't perfect, but watch this. She ults. She stops. She's like, ah, this freaking turret. And then that, I mean, it's something. It's annoying. You just need to live here. I really like our fire rate with that. We're slowing things down. It's a shame that we didn't get more than that. But yeah, I probably would have preferred the angle first and then not worrying as much about the ultimate immediately. Be nice, EverQuest. My headlines are so commonly inaccurate, and people probably just have chosen to ignore it, pretend that they don't exist. Yes, not enough angles. Not enough angles. Yeah, activating 50% is crazy. Better crosshair placement the last couple of fights. I've been seeing it closer to head height. Again, I want to emphasize, crosshair placement is significantly more important for Torbjorn than it is for a lot of other projectile characters because it does not provide immediate feedback because the projectile speed is so slow. You cannot guarantee that you're going to hit every shot. So when you do, you need to make sure it's a headshot. It's a lot like Hanzo. And it's also harder because it's not intuitive. You have to aim above their head because of the arc of the projectile at certain distances. You get what I'm saying? I always talk about crosshair placement more with characters like Hanzo and Tor because of the arc of their projectiles. Because it changes. We need to stop shooting her booty cheeks. It's good. This is a good turret. This is a good turret. This is a turret that is untouchable until there's a commitment. This is good. Just need to commit to either left or right here. Don't hover. Don't hover. Does that go for Echo as well? Not as much because her projectiles don't go woo. They go whoo, you know, straight. Like even that, crosshair's too low. Here's the turret value. You see it? Bam, 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 bam. And when it hits, it hits. You know what I'm saying? And it's not destroyable right now either. EverQuest, don't answer that question. Good job with your overload as well. You get pushed, you pop overload, she can't win the one when she runs away. Good stuff. Never whiff your coaches? Yes, correct. We're going to deepen with the turret. Bit of a meat shield turret. I don't think we got as far as we wanted to, but again, you can kind of see the value there, right? Nice. This is good. This is much better. Much better with the angle control. The turret placement has also been a lot better with how you're moving. And you've been a little bit more patient with your shots as well. Just hitting more shots. Yeah. Good stuff. Everything was better with that. Wasn't perfect, but everything about that was better. What is the purpose of ranking? To assign self-value to an arbitrary number in a video game. And so then you can maximize your depression when you don't achieve your arbitrary goal that only a certain percentage of people that know life a video game achieve. Remember, if you're not setting impossible goals for yourself, disappointing yourself on the daily, and then completely shifting your perspective because you're unable to reach the goals that you think are achievable, and honestly compromising not only your happiness as a whole, but something that should be fun like a video game, are you really gaming? I don't love this turret here. So I think your natural disengage route is going to be moving this way anyway. So you would prefer an angle with your turret here. I would say maybe like off to the side here, or maybe even inside to the stairs here, or inside the stairs here. You just want to see more of a commitment that's not going to be in the direction that you're already going towards. You kind of get what I'm saying? What rank am I? Not near high enough. That's all can I say. That's all I can say. Not rank 1? Disaster. Not decisively the GOAT of Overwatch history? Embarrassing. I don't know what the D.Va was doing. My prediction is the D.Va thought that there was a connection. It's a common mistake in this map where people think that there's a connection. Let's see. Let's see if I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. So she's trying to help the Ana. Yeah, she just was... Oh, yeah, I mean, it wasn't as... yeah, like it happens. So my prediction was wrong, I think. Running down main? No. Stop! We're going to be moving soon. You know this is not where the fight's going to happen. It's literally better to not use your turret at all here. Right? Because what if you want to reposition? What if you want to move? I mean, it's really not the... yeah, this is no angle. We need to angle max here. So, chat! Maybe Dragonor can even say it here. What do we do here? Team's with us. Let's say our team's ready to go. Where do we go? Where do we go? Angle max. You're awake, sorry. Angle. Well, there's really not a lot of choices, right? Not a lot of choices. It has to be stairs right. You hold your overload, you hold your turret. You're going to peek here, and then go, oh, crud. Pokey, 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 pokey. Maybe throw your turret here, just in case you get pushed. And just pokey, pokey, pokey. And you can even rip your ultimate. So you throw your turret here, and Molten Core from here. Molten Core from angle better. Why Molten Core from angle better? Why Molten Core from angle better? Do you see it? Look where you can vomit stuff, dude. There's no cover. Here? What the frick are you gonna vomit on? I like that we're opening with Molten Core. Like, I like the lack of hesitation. Just use it. Just throw it. You know, it's not the best opening ultimate, but it's consistent, you know? But look at how they weren't really interested in this fight anyway. And then there's nowhere really for you to go. Frick, man. Good shot. Frick! Nah, Dragonor, you're the GOAT. No, you're not. You're an embarrassment to your friends and family. No, I'm just messing. No, seriously though, like you're doing a lot of things well. Chat, what is Dragonor doing well? What is Dragonor doing well? I hate when people say you're the GOAT because it's just like we don't have to sit here and lie. I love that turret placement, by the way. Dude, this is so freaking pretty. I didn't even know this was a thing. Timing of the pushes, yes. Yes. I think generally the overload timing has been really, really smart. Like either when we're being pushed or when we're missing some shots, but we have a definite idea of how to use our CDs. We're being somewhat thoughtful about our turrets. Not perfectly, but somewhat thoughtful about our turrets, especially, but not before we got the perk. That's been the big thing. Like before we got the perk, it doesn't feel like there's been as much emphasis. Aim has been when we're deliberate with it, pretty good. We're opening with our ultimate and not waiting. And then we're getting decent spread considering the fact that we're not on an off angle. Right? There's lots of things. Lots of things. That's crazy, dude. I hope the fight's going to happen here, but yeah. So, dude, we're angle maxing. Okay, so not to be that guy, but I don't like the turret spot anymore. We do have time to fix it, though. Why is the turret spot bad? No value because this is not where the fight's happening. Exactly. So we need it. Remember the number one rule we've been talking about with this guy. Where's the fight? Choose the angle, choose the turret afterwards. Right. Now, if we didn't have the perk yet, I would say probably throw turret here just in case we get pushed here, right? But we do. So where should the turret go? Where should the turret go? Bada bing, bada boom. Where does it go? We got the perk. Yeah. Whip it out. Right up here. Perfect. Yeah. Really good. Exactly. I really like our angle, though. We have, remember, you have overload. You are the, like, I'm actually trying to think of, is there a better 1v1 cooldown in the game? In terms of the overhealth, the fire rate, and the movement speed. Is there a better 1v1 cooldown that's more valuable? It might be more valuable than recall. It might be more valuable than recall. It might be more valuable than the storm arrows. Those are good, but it's definitely, I think, more valuable than lamp. Nade in certain ranges, yes, but only in certain ranges because it needs to hit them and you for it to be broken. Suzu's insane. I don't know, man. Like, you miss one shot and it's a burst heal, but like, I don't know. Overload is at least in the top 2 or 3. It's so freaking good in 1v1s. I'm not saying it's like the most powerful cooldown in the history of the game because it's not very flexible, right? But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, see, like, this is the problem here. So a couple things. The crucial one is the turret one, but more than the turret as well, it's how you're playing the angle. It's like you're open spacing instead of holding here, or frankly, holding here. If you have your overload here and you're holding this angle here or holding the angle here, either defensive or offensively, you're in a good spot. Yeah, I appreciate you recently. Thank you. But your contribution is going to be immediately humiliated. But yeah, I mean, it was fine. You needed to use overload there. It's just, I don't love your cover usage, and the turret, obviously, it's not great. Frick. How the frick did she do that? What did she do? Wait, what? I mean, it's useful, right? It's opportunity cost. She's not doing anything else. It's kind of a shame, but yeah. That's crazy, man. How did she freaking see that? I'm not listening to this guy's opinion on Suzu if they're named Kiriko Sniffer. Carnage, yeah, more situational. I think the thing that makes Overload so strong is how just consistently useful it is, right? It's always useful in ones. Nice Fallen One. Congrats on the 7 months. Thank you for the sub. Dang, man. All right. Rotations. What do we do with our turret here? So we're kind of fighting on the... Yeah, this is good. Good turret. Love that, actually. Off angle, right where the fight is starting. Lots of chip damage. They stopped the rotation to shoot it, but you already did like 100-something damage out of it. Slowed the rotation. Be careful. Remember, when you don't have overload, it doesn't mean that you don't take an angle, but you just be very careful, very cautious. You're very weak without it. Frick. You either need to just freaking run, or you need to hold the angle here and maybe throw turret up here. You need to choose. So you need to, this is like freaking dead man zone. No man's land. No way. Wait, does that work? Okay. I mean, as long as the fight's starting. Wait, that's crazy. Sure. I would. Okay, I'm not gonna lie with you guys. We have overload. I think we should walk here and go for like a late peek here. You know, you got the overload, man. Do it. This is so spooky to be. You know, like look what you're doing. Doing nothing. You're just getting knifed and smoked and shot and burned. You know, you got to angle max. This is like, I promise you, it's more risky where you are right now. My phone is ringing. Give me a second. That's fine. It's just my mom calling from the hospital. She'll survive. Yeah, I mean, like, dude, angle max, man. Like, angle max, or if you were going to commit to the rotation here, then you need to go all the way to here. You need to get here, you know, or something here as quickly as you possibly can. You know, I get at this point it's awkward, but my goodness. Wait, what did the YouTube chat say? Wishing Mama Spy. Well, I was joking. Sorry, that was it was a joke. I'm pretty sure my mom was at the hospital. She called me. I would answer the phone, guys. Please. Is that how low you guys think of me? That's embarrassing. Good shots. Really good shots. And good use of your overload as well. Frick, man. I really set the bar really low, dude. Dude, I mean, like, you guys are like, oh yeah, this guy's not calling, answering his phone for his mother calling in the hospital. And nobody blinks an eye. Dang, man, come on. Is that what you guys think of me? I must have set the bar really low. Oh, yeah. This angle's good. Where did our turret go? Yeah, this turret's fine. This turret's fine. You got overload, so be careful. Yeah, just a little bit cheeky, but you can see it. Like, overload's just freaking broken. I hate you, chat. Sympathetic wishes for Spiral's mom. Yeah. Oh my gosh. You expect that from you? Frick, man. You're right. Yeah, this is perfect. This is like so good. I actually just want to like watch this fight again. So first off, we get a nice little angle with our turret. Love to see it. We hold an angle for ourselves off to the side. And you're just with any sort of pocket and cover usage and overload, you're just not pushable here. Look at the damage your turret's doing. Tick, tick, tick. Tick, 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 tick. That's like 100 damage right there. DPS passive, 100 damage. You're breaking turrets, and you just live because overload. Yeah, we're just doing some live sponsor coaching later. But no, my mother is fine. Thank you guys for your concern. That's very kind of you guys. My family has been relatively healthy recently. Good crosshair placement. Love to see that, actually. Could be in a little bit higher there towards the end. Same thing with your turret, or it's going to be probably fine as is, honestly, with where this fight's going to happen. Honestly, just leave it. They really don't want to stop mid-Kitsune to stop and turn around and shoot a turret, so even if it breaks instantly, it doesn't matter. Ooh, careful. Okay, we bait shot. Overload. Slow it down! Never mind, we're good. We got it. Good stuff. Just the first couple of shots there, a little bit rushed. You must hit your shots. We're just kind of blind. But yeah, good stuff. And we're holding a freaking angle too. Like, just look at where we are in relation to our team. Just a little, we just aren't pushable. You know what I'm saying? Wait, hang on. Wait, I can't. My scroll wheel. Yes, nice job, Dragonor. Good stuff, mate. Good initial setup with your turret. Good use of your overload. The only criticism would be just a little bit of brain rot with just holding down your primary fire. And obviously try to avoid walking onto point here just because you think you've won it. Just assume the worst, right? Just make sure that you can't lose it. That's how you lose fights, right? It's just getting a little too sloppy. Nice shots. Woo! Oh, the 5K denied. Disaster. Never play Overwatch again. Nice job, mate. Shoot, dude. That would have been one in the bag, but I guess not, no. So, all right, how are you going to throw this one? DPS Juno is viable to the nerf to a range. I mean, what do you mean DPS Juno? I say taking angles and doing damage with Juno? Absolutely. But putting all of your priority or putting a significant emphasis on only damage? Not really. Now, love the turret. Be careful about how close you peek here. Even with overload, you can't face tank. I mean, I don't hate it, actually. I mean, like, you overload to run away. That's shout. You catch the engage with ult. The spread is not great because I think you got in your panic, you dumped a lot on the floor really early. So, like, right here. That was a little too much right here. But I don't know, man. I can't hate. This is okay. That's not just Suzu. That is a browbeaten enemy. And we've got the angle here. Be careful because you don't have overload. We were thinking about turret there, but we already had it. I mean, I think that's worth. I wouldn't change turret position, to be honest with you. I don't think you need the meat shield here if you have a overload. Slow down, check across your placement. I like, dude. Why are all of a sudden like why did we just level up, Dragonor? What happened? Like, what did you smoke? You know, like all of a sudden, like going back even to the point that we lost, where you died. You were a little bit on the turret, the Symmetra broke. You guys remember that? Like we were on the angle. We weren't playing cover very well, but like we were actually playing angles, and I feels like your turret perk kind of turned your brain on or something. You know, like I know the turret perk makes this kind of stuff so much easier, but even without turret perk, right? Like, I think that's kind of the challenge. Like, what if you didn't have turret perk? What would you do? Probably throw turret here. Probably throw turret here. You know, you can do it. Yeah, like all of a sudden, like even your angle here to kind of poke stuff out. It's a little spooky with the Sojourn, but it's all right. Yeah, and then you can deepen right now. Yeah, I have like so much more faith in your positioning now. Crosshair placement still sucks though. It's still, you guys notice that it's just at head height and it's just consistently dipping, you know? And just so many shots missed. Just slow down the fire rate, with or without overload. Slow down, hit the shot. Frick, man, your turret's doing so much right now. Dude, your turret is doing so much. Holy crap, check this out. Look at this. This is on normal speed right here. Wait, there you go. Wait for it. 3. That is crazy. Okay, so what's the DPS? I mean, that's like 200 freaking damage. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Good stuff. Good stuff. That is really freaking good. And also respect to you for playing the angle as well, you know? Keeping that backline MIA. No way DPS is 52. Really? I'm so out of the loop. What is the DPS? Is it 50 DPS? Because that was like... That must have been 600 something damage. At 500, 600 damage there. Like, you did as much... Your turret probably did more damage than any other person there. On that queen in the back line. Yeah. Alright. Pokey, 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 poke. Crosshair placement. Still a little low. Disengage. Turret is cranking. Okay. I like us just holding the angle. Break the turret. I don't like the overload. Well, I honestly don't hate the overload. I mean, they never cleared you off. You never had to use overload for yourself. Your turret replacement is broken. GG's, man. Freaking easy. Freaking easy. Feeding ult charge? No, 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 no. Not when the fight's starting. There's a fight going on right now. It's not feeding ult charge to shoot the enemy when the fight's starting. You know? Like, don't shoot the enemy. They're feeding ult charge. Like, I mean, we're starting. They're committing here. Like, this is permanent damage, right? So... Bless you. That was just great. Great. Phenomenal second half, with the exception of a little bit of cover usage and crosshair placement. And just kind of like just generally spamming your shots. First half, much weaker turret placement, much weaker angling. So we wondered, well, how's this guy masters? Well, because he's freaking carried the last 2 points. There it is. Any questions, Dragonor? We can maybe look at like one more. Maybe we can look at like 1 or 2 more fights at this other code here, just to add some variety here. I just coached Torbjorn this map. Actually, no, I'm not going to coach this because I just coached Torbjorn this match. You guys can check the playlist. We can maybe watch 1 or 2 fights. Let's watch 1 or 2 early fights here. Bets on whether Dragonor angle maxes. You can go far right here with your overload. You should also be overloading out of spawn. Absolutely overloading out of spawn. You'll have it 2-3 seconds cooldown by the time you get there. You need to use the movement speed here. Patient with shots. Don't waste turret when scouting. Get right. And then angle max, yes. And a bit of crosshair placement as well. Scout first. Open the angle here. And then you go, oh, tracer, throw your turret here, take the duel, you know? And then we're not angle maxing. You can open up your angle here, throw a turret like back here, and then spam here. Or you can go in here, and depending on where they are, either turret here or turret here, and then open up your angle here. It's all right. It's all right. You can't go back in time and fix the same mistake. So what we're showing is consistency in terms of the good and the bad things that you're doing here. Yeah, there's just not enough angle max. A lot of shots dumped into shields, walls, fortified, Orisa. And then the turret is a reflection of that position. The position comes first and the turret follows. Right or left here would be great. With a proper turret, nothing can really clear you. Is alt fire good versus Orisa when she's armored or fortified? I actually don't know. We'll watch one more fight here, but I don't want to be repetitive here. I think more than anything, I just want to watch one fight to see if my suspicions were confirmed. Okay, so maybe just primary fire versus fortified Orisa. Open up your angle left. Go left, go left, go left. Walk here. Walk here, walk here, walk here, walk here, walk here. Throw this, throw a turret, bully her out, whatever you need to do. I mean, this is what you do if you don't angle max. You just spam down and choke and pray for the best. Yeah, he didn't use time travel to fix your issues? No, you gotta contest the Tracer or you gotta swing right. You gotta contest the Tracer or you gotta swing right. Frick my Chungus life, man. Yeah, we have a consistent theme. We'll stop there. We'll stop there. We'll stop there. You know what?